So the Plymouth is in desperate need of a service, so we are going to do an oil change, but we are going to try something new. We're going to pump it out from the top, which I've never done before, but hopefully any crap that's circulating around in there we can pump out. So we're going to do that. We're going to change the oil filter. I've got a cool K&M one, so we're going to give that one a go. So welcome to Not a Roadrunner, and this is the Not a Mod channel. So let's get to it. Get this out. You're gonna go in here, you're gonna start up the car, and it's not gonna start because this is an old car, and that is just how things go. There you go. Ta-da! Finally got it started. To be fair, actually, this didn't actually take that long. Just a few pumps to the pedal, and yeah, started. So we're going to pop the hood, and then we're going to get it open, and we're going to give a go at servicing it.
With the engine nice and warmed up, then we can start thinking about pumping out the oil, because all of the stuff that's in it is circulating, so we can get it out. Remove the dipstick and the oil cap, and then slide down your oil extractor with whatever hose size you require. Because this car has 20-50 weight oil in it, it can be quite hard to pump it out. This is the first time doing it, but it is way harder than the Scirocco, so just be patient with it and make sure you keep pumping.
So it's very slow, but it is working, to be honest. So just keep pumping. But as you can see, it's what I'm doing is I push it down as far as I can get it, and I've been progressively coming back out because I obviously want to get all the crap in there. So I want to get it as far into either corner of the sump as I can get, and then oil filter down here, and then top it up, and then we're golden.
So next port of call is removing your oil filter, which is that little canister shape there. You can do it from the bottom or the top. I've now done it from both sides, and neither one of them is easier, but it will leak because it is full up of oil, and also when you undo it, because it's horizontal, oil does come out. It's unavoidable, so definitely make sure you've got something down to catch that oil spillage. So it is just a standard thread, so you just do counterclockwise to undo it. However, I put this on previously, so I know it wasn't on too tight. If it is on way too tight, you may want to jack up the car and get underneath it so you can get both hands on it. Once you've completely undone it, I'd recommend standing it up because the canister is full of oil, so if you obviously tip it up, it will go everywhere. So just stand it up, and then obviously you can dispose of it as you please.
So this is what we're going to be replacing it with. So HP 3001, but the reason why I went for it was it's got a built-in nut on the top, which I thought would be easier to get to from up here. I mean, this was actually alright, but first time round, awful trying to get that off, so I thought this might help. Plus, with an extension, I could probably do it from up here, which is sweet when we're pumping it out. Also, after taking the oil filter off, I pumped it a few more times, still nothing to come out. We got to 4 litres before we run out, and I think it's supposed to be 4.7, so it's obviously burning a little bit or losing somewhere, but 0.7 is not too bad in over a year. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the filter back on, top it up, check the dipstick, and we should be good to go.
So with the new oil filter on, we just need to remove the extraction tube, put the dipstick back in, and then top up with the required fluids. So ever since I bought the car and I did the first oil change, I've used Valvoline VR1 20W50 and it seems to be treating me well, so I'm going to stick with that. So I'm probably going to pump in a whole 5 litres, so should be just about right. And the final step is just to run the car for a bit to make sure that the oil is circulated into the oil filter, and then check your dipstick, and then you are sorted.
So, need to put the cap back on. Fill line is just above the ad, but obviously this car is slightly on the slant, so that should be about right. And I put a whole 5 litres in there, which is sweet because then that means I don't have any left over, and that means next time I can just buy the 5 litre and I know it will be enough. So, cap back on. Completed it, mate. And that concludes today's episode, guys. So, completely different approach. It worked. It was very slow because obviously 20W50 is very thick oil, which is obviously not like what we usually do in this car. But it still worked. It still got all the oil out of it. We topped it back up. It's running good. And obviously we got to change the oil filter and we managed to do it all from the top, which does make it way more convenient to do more often. I think the car's only done about 500 miles since the last service, or maybe 1,000 because, let's be real, I don't get to take it out that often. But you know, we're getting into summertime and obviously with things, so we're into show season, so maybe we'll be taking it out a bit more often coming up to Christmas before winter hits. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want more vintage car content, then please leave a comment down below and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.